That's right. The game is over, but the fun is just beginning. Let's talk about what happened in the entire NFL season. Wrap up that conversation, finish it up, and let's maybe slide into the first topic, which is the future of home arcade in 2026. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of the post-game live stream. I don't know. This is a live stream, just kind of a one-off. The NFL season is officially over for those of us in the Americas. I think it's catching on in South America, but in the U.S., this is kind of a big deal. We wrapped up the entire NFL season. The Super Bowl is now over. The Seattle Seahawks have won. The Cowboys didn't even come close. It's fine. It's something. It's a feeling that I'm coming to grips with. It's just something I got to get used to for the foreseeable future. But the NFL season is over. I want to talk about that tonight. I got a special guest who's going to come on. We're going to talk about this. And then obviously we'll transition into home arcade and what's going on with that. But before we do, we got to say hi to everybody in the chat. And, we're going to talk about the top 10, the first 10, but we're going to talk about the poll question tonight. It's very important. It's a very diverse a selection of answers to the poll question. So real quick, I want to apologize for the misspelling in the poll. I saw this and I'm like, you know what? I just got to go with it. Did you team win? It should be did your team win? You have 4 possible answers. Yes, no, what is football? And Iconic XXL will ship in Q1, right? Right? Let me know what you think about that in the live poll. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the NFL season overall. The Super Bowl was maybe a mixed bag, depending on how this shakes out for you. Do you like defense? Do you like offense? Do you like high scores? Do you like low scores? That's going to play a big role in your level of enjoyment in the Super Bowl this year. But let's say hi to the first 10 comments real quick. If I can scroll over and get the mouse to cooperate. Scrolling up. Coming in at number 1 is Retro. If I can hit the button, there we go. Retro Ron RL, thanks for doing the live stream tonight. Well, listen, I do what I can. I'm happy that people actually care enough to watch tonight or tomorrow. So, to be fair, when I first post the video, it defaulted to tomorrow, which is not what we wanted. I made the correction. So, Retro Ron RL is giving me crap for good reason. Coming in at the number 2 spot is A2D2. How are you? Wonderful to see you in the live chat. Thank you so much for being here as always. Coming in number 3 is Sir Sega. Well, all right. There you go. Number 4 is Saying Spirits. Oh, I bet he's had a few drinks. I've had a few, but not too many. Well, I guess it depends on your definition of too many. Coming in at number 5, sure, is Evening Fox and chat. Did the Bears win? The Bears. Angelo P. I love you, buddy. They weren't even in the game. I think that was number 5. Coming in at number 6 is Nova Sonic. What's going on, brother? Fox. Exclamation point, question mark. Team Fox is here. There we go. Coming in number 7 is, let me scroll down. Danzy simply says Fox with the Fox emoji, the drink, the thumbs up, and the football. All the things are present in that comment. I've lost track of what number we're on, but I think it's number 8. Steve Sale, my brother. So great to see you in the live chat, catching me way over on the West Coast. I hope you're doing well, brother. It's always great to see you. Coming in number 9 is J-Rod ZR8QK. What the hell is going on with these names? Random emojis. I'm just happy to see you. And I'm going to interpret all that as the good stuff with the dabs and the whatnot. I don't know what you kids are doing. And then coming in number 10, sure, who can count at this hour, is John Fritz. He's on the Fritz. but he's mending. He's getting it all together. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Everybody's still awake? Yes, we are. I got another guy who's also awake. He's from the Canada, and he also appreciates the football. It's Michael B. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, Fox. How are you?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game. I think that what we're going to do now is we're going to get your thoughts on the game. What did you think? I mean, because some people are kind of going back and forth. It's a low-scoring game. That's not as exciting. Defensive battles are much more strategic. How do you fall on this? What side of the coin are you on?
No, it was a really good game. There's a difference between a low-scoring game where the teams just suck and a low-scoring game where it was actually really exciting and there was great defense and they were trying to pull out trick plays. Like if you watch Sam Darnold, I mean, he should have been sacked about 5 times and he was incredible on the pass rush. So it was a super fun game through the first 3 quarters. If you like defensive football, good defensive football. Then the fourth quarter opened wide up, and I thought we were going to get really, really exciting finish, a close finish. But that poor kid, man, Drake May, they were just steamrolling him, and like that one play where he got sacked, and then I think it was like 2 plays later, he got sacked, kind of got hit while he was throwing, and then later instead of a fumble, it was ruled an interception, and they gave the touchdown. But man, that poor kid, he got waylaid all game. He did everything he could. It's tough to see a young kid get in this kind of game and then just get trounced. I hope it doesn't impact his confidence because it looks like he's got a great career ahead of him. So,
no, absolutely. I think he kind of got his Super Bowl legs, like your sea leg, your Super Bowl legs, the pressure sort of mounting, and it all comes crashing down. I think it's maybe better to lose your first Super Bowl game, honestly, and just kind of, okay, all right, that washes over you. That's done. And now the next time you show up, you're more prepared. Because, I mean, for God's sakes, the kid is 23. That's insane. Yeah. It's insane to have that level of pressure and success at that age. It's just phenomenal. So.
You got a huge super chat from Nooner. I was thinking of him the whole night, man. I'm so happy for him.
Oh, my
God. First thing
I
said when I came into the chat was, congrats, Nooner.
So let's go ahead and just proclaim this $20 super chat. Chris, thank you so much for your $20 super chat, brother. Always appreciate the support to the channel. Let's effing go. Nooner is happy and loaded as F. Hawks, baby. I got a good buddy, a good YouTube buddy who is a huge Seahawks fan. He is inebriated beyond all comprehension. So it's pretty awesome. I'm happy for Seahawks fans. It definitely didn't seem like a gimme. It seemed like they killed themselves. They worked really hard this year.
They earned it.
And it's cool. It's awesome. I mean, you got to appreciate, you got to give them props. The success is well earned. I mean, there is something about a down and dirty defense that really just has to bang it out every single possession to be able to just cripple an offense the way that they did in the Super Bowl. It's unprecedented.
But it was both teams. Like, obviously, Seattle was the better team, and like people are talking about their defense, comparing them to like the
Legion of Boom,
the Raiders back in the day, right?
Oh, the Raiders. Okay, yeah.
So, it's really, really interesting. But like the Patriots were playing a great game. The first 2 quarters, first 3 quarters, really, like they were playing a really strong defensive game as well. And it's just by the grace of God and Sam Darnold having like crazy legs that the game wasn't a lot closer, right?
Thank you so much for your super chat, brother. Let me blow you up real quick. $20 is a lot, and it's really just only good for one thing. It's one trip to the pit.
Finish him. Molina wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
I thought that it was like the first half, at least, was a chess match. It really was a move for move. Nobody really pulling away from each other. You had an early sort of field goal that was that should have been a touchdown, but it was really good defensively on both teams. They were just checking each other left and right.
Yeah.
It was a really good game. I think to your point, It was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time before somebody just popped off.
Well, what was fun about it too, it's you didn't even realize it. It was, I think, with like 3 minutes left in the half, there hadn't been a single penalty flag thrown. Like it was wild. It was
Oh,
just
that's a
this
great point.
clean, really
Yes.
rough, tough defensive game. Man, both teams were just flying, and like even though it was a super low score, the first half just flew right by because of it. It was really enjoyable to watch.
I absolutely love a game with very few penalties.
Yeah.
It's so it kills the momentum of the game. And no matter what team, I guess it could be beneficial or detrimental depending on if your team has the momentum. But to have to stop the clock and they got to review the play and there's a flag and then everybody's got to come together. It just takes sometimes minutes off the clock, and it just kills the whole game for me when we have these ticky-tack fouls going back and forth, and it amounts to about 5 yards here, 5 yards there. For me, it kills the whole game. I love the way that this game was called. I'm sure there was some, sketchy stuff, kind of on the outs, but they let it go. They let them play, and that's what you want to see in a Super Bowl for sure.
I didn't see a lot of it. I didn't see a lot of I didn't see a lot of offensive or defensive holding. I didn't see a lot of shit going down at the line of scrimmage. There wasn't a lot of pass interference. Like it was a good, clean game, no questionable calls.
Yeah,
I just think it was overall, it was fun for me to watch because there were two teams in there I really didn't give a shit about, so I could just watch the game and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the Super Bowl is good that way when you're not really rooting for anybody. You're just like, yeah, I just want to watch. So like I didn't have any emotion in it. I could just enjoy it.
No, I said we both sit down. Me and my wife sit down, and she turns to me. She's like, "Who do you want to win?" I said the exact same thing to her. I said, "Yeah, I kind of want the Seattle Seahawks to win. I got them picked. I'm NFC, but I don't give a shit. I don't really care either way. It's like I just want to watch a good game. The emotion is kind of out of it, and I just want to enjoy it." And that you're 100% right. It's the best way to watch football, to be able to just sort of pull yourself away from it and just be able to appreciate. You can appreciate each play. It's so good.
Yeah, and there was none of that, like none of that bullshit, like, oh, this team is gonna win. It's all like rigged and stuff like that. It was just like two unpredictable teams make it to the Super Bowl, good clean game, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Feel bad for MG. I know that he was rooting pretty hard for the Patriots. He's now drowning his misery by eating 20 sausages, 6 of which are going to be cold.
Oh my God.
And he's going to have to take the day off tomorrow because he's going to have uncontrollable sausage diarrhea.
Oh my God. I would recommend drinking copious amounts of alcohol instead of the sausage, but to each their own. I'm not going to judge. This is no judgment zone. We deal with our depression and sadness in different ways, Mike.
But there was a lot of cool stories that came out of the Super Bowl too. This is the first time in 28 years a running back has won the MVP. So that's interesting. On top of that, I was kind of hoping the running back wasn't going to win because the kicker actually recorded the 5 field goals, and I was rooting for the kicker. I was like, has a kicker ever won?
But it's to your point though. Like if he would have missed one of the kicks, that would have up until a certain point before the pick six. It could have very easily swayed the game. If you take 3 points off the board, all of a sudden this game is within like
very different.
Scores. Yeah. Yes, it's very different.
But like what makes it hard is, and people are going to make fun of the way I said hard there because of my Newfoundland accent. MG has taken to calling me a hillbilly lately. Bastard.
Welcome to the fold, my friend.
Ignorant bastard. It's not like I watched the Kid Rock halftime show. Give me a break, MG.
That was this guy.
Oh my God.
What was funny about that is that the Kid Rock, so the whole halftime show was mostly country. Kid Rock comes out with oh my God, I forget the name of the song. Ball with the ball, the bang, digga, digga. That one.
With the bar.
He very clearly was lip syncing that. There was a track behind him, He takes the microphone away from his mouth and it still keeps going. But then he sang a country song and it was acoustic and he was actually singing it. So it was really weird. It was really weird, but I gave it a shot.
Kid Rock is really weird. Like he's still doing that whole late 90s, like I forget what the term was. It was a mix of metal with a little bit of rap. And he's still kind of Yeah, Limp Bizkit style.
The
Kind
same,
of like
yeah,
that.
same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Rock rap.
he's still doing that, except now he looks like Dr. Phil.
That's a problem. Yeah. Yeah. When you get older,
Hey,
you can't pull that off, Mike.
Hey, kids.
it's the
I'm a
it's
cowboy,
the Steve,
baby.
it's the Steve, it's the Steve Buscemi meme. Hello, fellow kids. With the skateboard.
Rapcore. Thanks, A-Tran Fanatic. Rapcore. That's what it was called.
Rapcore. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So back to the game. The five field goals, 28 years, and Sam Darnold. You got to feel good for him. I mean, not only is he, I think he's the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl after playing for 5 teams. And that's within how many years? Like 8, 6, 7 years?
Not that many years, yes.
Yeah. And he's actually, he came from a loaded draft class with like Jackson and I can't remember how many other quarterbacks, like Josh Allen.
Baker Mayfield or no,
Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen,
and,
all that year.
The Cincinnati quarterback. Damn it, I forgot his name.
Burrows. No,
yeah.
I don't
Joe
know if
Burrow,
Burrows
yeah.
was in there.
I think it was Joe Burrow, yeah.
Yeah, but all of those great quarterbacks, amazing quarterbacks that have had story careers, and it's Darnold is the first one to get a Super Bowl. So,
but that's what I love about football.
Yeah,
it's just like because you have a million different moving pieces. Just because you get all the best players on the offense, the defense could fall apart, and you could be the Cowboys, and you would just stay at home during the playoffs.
Well, that's why a lot of people were saying when Brady was going to come back and he was going to play with somebody other than the Pats, he strategically was looking at, I think it was, I keep calling them LA, but they're Vegas Raiders now. Like LA, Oakland, Vegas Raiders.
They were the Oakland Raiders. Now they're the Vegas Raiders. Yes.
Well, they were the LA Raiders, Oakland Raiders,
no, they were
LA
Oakland,
Raiders, Oakland Raiders.
You're thinking
Vegas
about
Raiders.
you're thinking you were thinking about the St. Louis Rams that are now the LA Rams. Yes.
No. But
it's very complex.
The Raiders were the Oakland Raiders, and then for a while, Oakland. And then for a while,
Vegas.
when they won their Super Bowl, they were the LA Raiders.
Are you serious?
100% serious.
Oh my God.
And then they went back to Oakland, and then they went to Vegas.
I blame California is the source of all of our ills. For
I
God's
disagree.
Pick a team and stick. Pick a city and stick with the city.
Yeah. So it's it was a super interesting game. Happy for Seattle. I'm a wrestling fan too, so I know Daniel Bryan is living it up right now in the Seattle Dream. So yeah, there you go.
That's awesome. Well, we have a $2 super chat as per our usual arrangements. Stringer Films, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. Don't let him fool you. I saw Mikey at TPUSA chat. Called you out, brother. Called you out. Thank you so much for your eternal vigilance, Stringers. And here you go. See, Stringer, he's got your number. He saw you in the chat with the American flag. He saw it.
Nah, Stringer's full of shit. Like, there's a rumor out there about Stringer deals. Found out all fake. It's all fairy tale folklore. He doesn't get any deals. All bullshit. At least that's what I've heard from his close friends.
Oh my God, I got to unsubscribe. That's ridiculous. I'll write that down. So game is over. NFL season is over. We got to talk about something else. What about this home arcade situation, Mike? What do you think?
It's getting hot.
It's getting hot, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Sort of like the Super Bowl, more of a defensive game than an
offensive
game. So we got Iconic Arcade stumbling out of the gate. I'll start with Iconic.
Yeah.
Could you assess their situation, and what do you see moving forward with Iconic Arcade and the XXL cabinet?
I think that I'll go back to when I talked about what Iconic Arcade should do for CES, and I said nothing. Iconic Arcade's full focus needs to be right now. Technically, he's correct. I actually stole my cabs. Hey, you got friends throwing you under the bus, man. They're telling everybody that Stringer deals are false. I'm telling you, Stringer.
Well, I think that Stringer's using the wrong word. Let's not think about this. Don't use the word stolen. Use the word acquired.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. Yeah.
So I'll go back to Iconic. I think their focus needs to be right now before they do anything else. Just get this cab out. Prove to people it's right. Prove to people it's real. Get it in people's hands. And once the quality and quality of the cab speaks for itself, I kind of can move on from there. Like, obviously everybody's been going through setbacks with, there's not a single company that hasn't had some kind of delay in the last year with all the tariff madness. And that was totally caused by Canada and nobody else, by the way.
I agree. 100%.
With all the tariff madness and like now with the RAM prices and, everything else that went on with, different part shortages, stuff like that. Everybody's delayed. Plus, now we know like the cease and desist was real. So you can give them some grace, but not too much grace, right? So hopefully now that they said they were going to get them out by the end of January, but I think the end of January was a very loose term, meaning that they were going to meet Chinese New Year. So as long as they get them out, and I even got a message tonight, basically telling me about availability that leads me to believe this is actually happening. They're getting out before Chinese New Year, and people are going to have them within the next month. People are going to have the final product in their hands. That's the impression I'm getting right now.
And that would be, I think, at the end of the day, the best case scenario for not just the people that pre-order the product, but the community at large. The more products out there, the more competition, the better off we are. We have more choice, we have more options. So that's the best case scenario, right? You get it out. John D makes good on this promise. By the 14th, out, shipped, on the way, we begin to receive these products. Let's just explore the possibility that he misses it.
Yeah.
And now now we're into Chinese New Year, which starts on the 17th of February. It's a month and a half long. So then there's that gap. And then we begin to ship things in mid-March, late March. If that were to happen, what do you think that does to the overall opinion of the company and maybe the people that have a pre-order right now?
Well, that's what I'm most interested in knowing. Like, I thought about doing that for my show tomorrow night. I thought about doing a community show and then trying to get some people on that had pre-ordered Iconic and ask them their opinions, right? Because, we've been talking a lot of stuff about like the communication's not good. This isn't good. This isn't good. But, I think it was B. Kirby brought up, like, it doesn't matter if you don't have any skin in the game. Well, I know some people with skin in the game that are very unhappy. I know some people with skin in the game that are okay, but
friends,
people, I'd like to get their opinions. I think really if it's delayed again, it'll be interesting to see what the pre-order people think, if they're still happy, how many people keep it, cancel it, how that's going to work. I think what it does is, they're not producing, from what I understand, many more than just the pre-orders and the Street Fighter release. But it's going to impact future releases, like people's trust in pre-ordering and stuff like that. So I think the best thing, like we talked about, the best thing that can happen, they get this pre-order out right now before Chinese New Year. No more take-see, back-seas, anything. It just comes out. People get it. They're really happy with it. And then, then when the next pre-order goes up for Double Dragon, we're assuming it's the second one. They're still going to have some people cautious because of what happened with Street Fighter. But I think then what's going to help is if the quality's there for the product, I think then, it's real. There's reliability. Quality's good. There it is. But if they miss that deadline, it's going to further impact the number of people that will be trusting of a second pre-order.
The proof is always in the pudding, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So this thing arrives before or after Chinese New Year, and it's solid, and it meets customer expectations, or maybe even exceeds it, right?
Yeah.
I think that if we miss this deadline, I think you're going to see more pre-order cancellations. I think you're going to see consumer confidence at an all-time low. But if they deliver a solid product in March, you're going to see people salivating and ready to order whatever remaining stock they have. So we'll see a big influx on Amazon if Iconic is smart then what they'll do is they'll have this thing at $7.99 and people will buy it up. I think they will. I think that whatever stock they have will sell at $7.99. If customer reviews are coming out and people are like, this is incredible, this is great, the screen is awesome, the games included are all there, they play great, people will buy it up at $7.99 because I've seen a lot of people in my chat commenting on videos, commenting in live streams saying, Fox, I haven't bought shit in a year and a half.
Yeah.
2 years. Like I don't care. I will pay a little bit more to get sort of the quality and get sort of the thing that I've been asking for. Go ahead.
Can you bring up the last comment there from Israel Gaming?
This one?
Yeah, he's breaking news here. Apparently, I don't know which company has done this, but somebody has released a Microsoft Excel cabinet. So you can do spreadsheets on an arcade cabinet now. This is going to be crazy. I could do most of my accounting work on an arcade.
Listen, it's fine. Some people are excited about Excel. I'm more of a Word guy. So I think that once they have an
I thought you were a PowerPoint guy.
The PowerPoint. I've moved beyond PowerPoint. Word is where it's at, Mike. Yes. Just he's waiting for that Excel. He's waiting for that double X. Gotta have it.
Like there's a lot of things to like about it. Like everybody gave me shit. Like a lot of my friends gave me shit. They're like, "Why do you care about the side art so much?" Obviously, you know why I care about the side art. I want these to be off the if you don't have nostalgia with these things, why are we buying them? There's a million different ways to play these games, right? Sure. If you don't hit the nostalgia. But there's a lot to like about it, like the wide control panel. Like it's gonna be one of the first home arcades. But that's a recreation of some sort that two people can actually comfortably play at, right?
That's the whole goal, right?
Yeah, and 19.5-inch screen. Hopefully, the marquee's good, sounds good. Hopefully, online works, the extra games, and I just love that original World Warrior cabinet. It's so nice. So if the opportunity presents itself, I will be a buyer.
Well, absolutely. And proof is in the pudding, sure, but we talked about this at length. The design from CES has gone through a few changes.
Yeah,
I talked to John back and forth in those initial months, maybe February, maybe March, about he thought about going with the 16:9 monitor and what that would do to the aspect ratio and what that would do to the width of the cabinet. And so I measured some of my cabinets, and we talked about some of the initial or the original dimensions of that HS1, that original Dynamo, and what that looks like. And turns out, with those 19-inch monitors in those larger cabinets, they had wide bezels on the left and the right. So it made sense. You could actually go with the 16:9 and it would fit within the confines of those dimensions. And it made sense because, to your point, it's not 19, it's 19 and a half. It's actually a little bit bigger. So you're getting more of a play field.
I just hope the screen is good. I just hope the screen is good. And we know it's an IPS screen.
I think it will be.
Hopefully it has good backlighting, so we'll see.
I think so. We got another $2 super chat from Stringer Films. The Adobe Acrobat is actually powered by Java. hey, finally, we've got what we've all been waiting for, the Java powered arcade cabinet. Thanks for your $2 super chat, buddy. Here you go.
Retro Ron, RRL, but where is John D? Was this cabinet just a side hustle? And then he says based, and I apologize. I don't know what based means.
Oh, based is so that
is it like biased or
it's kind of, it's not necessarily right or left. It's based refers to like reality,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you're called based, it's kind of a compliment.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Like
John the reverse of woke, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. John D, let's be honest here. There's things that John D has done in the home arcade community that's a big positive, but there's also negativity that his involvement brings with certain things to certain people. There's people out there that absolutely despise John and would go to crazy lengths to ruin anything he's involved with. So sometimes it's good for John to just take a step back and let the product speak for itself and let other people involved speak for it. And that is not me shitting on one person or another. That is just, it's the truth, man. I mean, like, John's involvement in this product, how many people have tried to somehow shoehorn the iconic arcade into being the next Amico for no other reason than the fact that John's involved and they want to ruin him?
100%. Like,
Yeah.
people's motivation. So you have to look at, I guess, someone comes up with an opinion, plus or minus, whatever, and then they begin to elaborate on that opinion. You have to listen to that elaboration. You have to listen to the basis of what they're, how did they come to this opinion? And a lot of times you'll find, like you said, it's just some sort of personal animosity towards someone. John is kind of a lightning rod for that. And it's, for better or for worse, it's kind of a problem of his own making.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, if he comes out with a good product, if the cabinet is what was billed, right? It's the correct dimensions, it's that bigger monitor, it's all the games, it's the downloadable content, it's the online play, it's all this great stuff. No one's going to give a shit. No one's going to care.
Can you bring up the comment from Saiyan Spirits, the last comment from Saiyan Spirits? I love how people think John took the money to go snort blow off hookers. So the funny thing about that is some of that money might go to that, like his profit. I mean, that's what he does.
We're not saying all of it, but
not
some
all
of it.
But his profit.
Maybe 30% went to that. That's a good point.
I'm not saying none of the money's going to that.
It's a possibility. You can't rule it out. 100%. What people do with their own money is their own business.
It's not. It's.
Oh my God, that's good. It's true, factual.
Yeah,
could be happening. We have no idea.
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly. There we go.
I'm not saying he does blow.
Yeah. Or hookers.
Well, I kind of am saying that part.
You're just sort of stating it flat out. That's right.
I'm just having fun.
It's a joke. We're kidding, kids. Yes. So the delays upon delays and issues backtracking, not showing the UI, etc., have created 95% of the speculation.
Oh yeah, and like it's such a tough one because all this could have been put to bed if they just showed video of somebody playing the cabinet. I thought Unico did a really good job. You brought it up how they showed like their UI, they showed people playing the cabinet. They did that quick video showing off the cabinet. The only difference there and defense I will give for Iconic is that their cab was no longer being ordered. Like they're not in a stage right now where they're going to put any money into promotion because they're not taking any more orders.
Sure.
So I understand that they're not doing these videos. But like when whatever comes up, the pre-orders remaining, I mean, I would do one of those videos then because then you can justify like going out of your way to do the promotion. It's such an easy thing to do. I don't know why somebody didn't do it. Like when John got the golden sample, just take some video. He doesn't need to be in it. Just show some video of the cabinet, give it to Arcade Insiders or whatever you're going to do. And yeah.
I mean, I take an iPhone or an Android, whatever, and put it on a tripod and put it over someone's shoulder and just show them going through the menus and playing the games, just scrolling through. I mean, just, it's a product demo. It's really all it is. Nothing crazy, nothing insane, but just a quick sort of overview of what you can expect if you order an Iconic Arcade product, which is a fair thing to show when we really don't know what we're getting. I mean, the previous Iconic was not this. It was a totally separate sort of thing. So this is a new thing. Officially licensed by Capcom. So it's just a 30-second, 45-second reel of just, hey, listen, this is someone just sort of selecting a game and they're playing a game and they're having fun. It's just the idea would be to put consumers' minds at ease.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a thing that physically works, and to sort of highlight this, like if you look at his hostage video that he did when he was just sort of standing there, he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Did you notice that the two cabins behind him? The images were still images. They weren't even like moving.
You think it was green screen?
It's a good possibility.
So I just finished watching Wonder Man, right? And they were talking about Trevor Slattery's in it, formerly the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, right? And when you talk about John's hostage video, it reminds me of that. America, I have done this to you. I have delayed your iconic cabinets.
You'll have no entertainment. Ooh.
America.
Your money is mine. It will fuel terrorism.
I have it on my island.
It will fuel hookers and blow. Yeah, I mean, it's just it raises questions. Even, I know that I've been criticized for being maybe a little too critical about the UI and all that, and people have said, Fox, nobody's asking for that. But here we are a year later. I think at this point everyone is sort of asking for it. They're like, hey, how about you show me something beyond just the cabinet itself? Like just a little bit more. Like you've gone a year in development, right?
So I'll play devil's advocate and I'll throw it out there. Maybe they're trying to hold back as much as possible because they want that initial reaction. They want people to get these and then say, wow, I love the UI. Wow, I love this. Wow, I love that.
Fair point. Yeah.
And maybe they get review cabs going out to people, not me, but they get review cabs going out to other people. And, someone is going to show all that off. That's the plan, right? But
I would imagine the arcade insiders will have the first.
No,
they'll have the first one.
I will tell you. I know Paul is paid for his, so if he gets one, it's not a review cabinet. And I mean, obviously, Kevin's probably going to get one because he's a buyer. I know that, the woman at the Brick, Arlene, that I talk to all the time, she often got products from these companies to test and stuff like that. Like that's normal. So they could talk about it, and maybe Paul will get his before anybody else. But
sure,
I don't know if John has any plans for like review units. Maybe who's that guy that is a big fighting game tournament guy that John involved with Arcade One Up? Maybe he'll send one to him. I forget what his name is. See, I'm the weirdest YouTuber ever because I don't watch big YouTubers. I don't really remember them. Like people will mention somebody. They're like, hey, did you see what Joey Jabloni did? And I was like, who the fuck is Joey Jabloni?
Who is that? I have no idea. But you know who we do know? We may not know Joey Baloney.
Jay Wong.
But we know,
thank you.
Jay Wong. But we know Stringer Films. We know this guy. The guy that kills it with the $2 super chats. Iconic cocaine contributor group is now online. Thank you so much for your tongue-in-cheek comment. Here you go, buddy.
Can't you do any better?
I mean, to your point though, it's like Justin Wong is probably going to be compromised because he's been paid by John in the past. I would swing for the fences. I would try to send one to like Metal Jesus Rocks or somebody, somebody that's so big they don't give a shit about giving a bad review, and just see what they have to say about it.
Well, it depends on what they want to do with it too. Like I know Mike is here and he's America. Send me a review unit. But I know that I know that Arcade One Up at one point did want to do some stuff with Mike of All Trades for tournaments. And if John is planning tournaments and like e-gaming around this in this community, maybe Mike of All Trades would be an excellent person to get a review cab for it. Makes sense. They got a relationship. So
I think you at this point you send it to someone outside of our community to really make a splash. If you really want to kind of just signal, hey, we're here. And we've got a serious product.
That could be hit or miss because, like, a lot of people don't know, like the big channels, they get paid to review. They're at the point right now where it's not even
Yeah.
like you're like, oh well, I want their authentic take. Their reviews are basically like Linus Tech Tips. Apparently, he gets like paid to review products, not just product.
True. Okay, fair point. It's not just his fee, because he's so big. It's not just send me the product. It's send me the product and pay me. But find someone in the middle tier. I don't know who that is. Is it Riggs? Is it John Hancock? It was, I don't know. ETA
Well,
Prime.
I see a lot of people suggesting Cool Toy. Cool Toy makes excellent reviews.
Cool Toy makes really good videos. He's kind of, I think he's middle tier.
Yeah.
I think he's a guy kind of still in our space. He's not upper echelon, crazy, like detached from reality type guy. He seems to be a decent guy. He'd be a good guy to someone too. And I would love to get RGT85's take, because he likes the riserless version. He can sit down.
He doesn't. No, you don't want Sean's take on this.
No, I think we do.
Listen, I'm not trying to fuck over Sean from getting any product or anything here. It's just I'm telling you,
that's not what it's about.
Sean wants very specific things. He wants the $2.99 Walmart arcade 1-up spec.
But I think that's why I want his opinion, because
it's the biggest arcade ever. You were just setting it up to fail.
No, I want his take, because I think that he's got a perspective. And so for him, it's like, okay, if you go beyond $2.99, I want XYZ. Does this cabinet provide XYZ for him, to where he's like, even if it's not necessarily his cup of tea, I think he would say, listen, I can understand why some people would like this. I think that he's an honest enough reviewer that he would give that sort of take, even if it's not exactly what he's looking for. I just think somebody outside of our circle needs to take a really close look at this.
Yeah, I see all these people saying like they don't like our GT85. He's annoying and stuff like that. I don't think he has a mortgage, and his life is pretty set up from YouTube. I don't think he cares what you think.
Well, then it's so how do you gauge this, right? Let's say, okay, this is a good question. I hope it's a good question. Let's say you're John D.
Yeah. You
have 2 cabs you can send out to whoever you want on the planet, right?
Oh, yeah, you already answered this. I would send it out to...
Who do you approach?
I would probably send it out to Justin Wong, and I would probably send it out to Moat. John is a weird fucking guy. Like, John doesn't think like a sensible business person. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna send it to Twisted Chris. That'll show him.
No, he'll hit it with the sledgehammer. What the hell?
And then like he'll send it to people who have the real arcade. Like he's not like, you're looking at it from a common sense perspective. How can I send this out to somebody that's going to show the most people and get the most interest?
That is my biggest
problem. It's not the way John thinks. John is all like, well, I'm just gonna do this. But
let's remove him from the equation. You are in charge. If you had 2 review units, you got to send out to get the most impact. Who would you send it to? Just generally, overall.
Doug, Cool Toy, and I'd probably send it out to Moat, because Moat is going to do tournaments with it. Yeah. And I don't know of anybody else really doing like fighting game tournaments in our space right now that would maybe interest somebody else to go get the cab to be involved in online gaming.
So Moat's here, and he kind of raises a good point. Fox, I think it's good in concept, but you have to remember that people also want an opinion from people that are knowledgeable and they trust, who have a catalog of previous experience with these products. So to that point, and it's a good question, or it's a good thought. You have general consumers, and then you have an actual focused sort of consumer base that is actually going to buy this shit. Like, okay, how many people are going to buy in home arcade replica? Okay, that's a fairly limited group. So I got these 2 units. I would make my broad appeal. I would swing for the fences. I would try to go with the biggest YouTuber possible and work my way down. So I would start with Metal Jesus Rocks or whatever.
I'm gonna turn this on its head.
Go ahead.
They only have a limited number outside of the pre-order number actually made. Why are they
Right.
sending cabs out to anybody? What I would do is not send shit to anybody. And then when Double Dragon comes out, if the pre-order is still active while that's going on, then I would send review units out of Double Dragon when I can actually get some, return on investment for my marketing dollar.
That's not a bad suggestion.
Right? I mean, why would you
no, and
send out
it's not-
any
it's not-
review units now?
No.
Because-
I agree. I agree. My thought process is this: because of the stumbling out of the gate scenario that they're in now, marketing eyes on product is probably a bigger concern now because of all this. So I think I would maybe put that best foot forward on this generation, this wave of product, and then the next wave, maybe you scale that back and you don't have to put so much out there, and maybe it's just one review unit. I mean, I don't know. I think that they're, because they have so much to overcome because of the mistakes that have been made. Maybe they put 2 or even 3 units out there to try to say, hey, listen, we're Iconic Arcade, we're different. This is what we're doing. It's more of a full size XL type of product. I think it's more crucial to do that now because they're just so new.
I think that they'll probably do what I said earlier. They're going to push to people that pre-ordered that they think will help them. B. Kirby's mentioned it. I think it's smart to send it out to, like, obviously the Arcade Insiders people who pre-ordered. They're working with them pretty heavily on their show, so send it out to them. And then there's probably some other people who pre-ordered this cab that they can make sure they get the first units that'll actively work the same way as, sending out a review unit. I think that's probably the smartest thing for them to do. Again, they're not trying to break the bank here to sell other cabs because they don't have a lot of cabs left over. And, the cabs are going to be available through Spreetail. Spreetail's model, the way it works. So I don't think they're in a rush to try to market this in any way other than, send them out to the people that are out there. And I think the only focus will be if Double Dragon has a broader approach, maybe do it that way.
I agree with B. Kirby. I think that obviously your priority, given all the delays, is your customer base 100%. Get them to them first. So individuals can make their own reviews if they have a channel or whatever. But beyond that, once that initial pre-order orders have been filled, beyond that, let's say you got a couple cabs kicking around, who do you send it to at that point? That's kind of where
are you trying to get me to say that they should send them to you because you've been so hard on them? Is this all been a trap in order to convince John D to send you a cab?
Yes. Yes, it is. That's right. No, I think
you know who
honestly,
I think should do the review? Bobby Boo. Yeah, boy, clean.
It's the greatest thing ever, boy. No, I think it's a fun. When you have limited resources, right? When you have limited cabs, let's say you're fighting like hell to get these pre-orders out and to make sure everybody is good, all your customers are good, and you've got a couple extras kicking around. It's a cool thought. It's a thought exercise. What would you do if you only had 2 cabinets to sort of promote? Would you put it out at a local bar? Would you give it to a YouTuber? What would you do? I think I personally, if I was in charge of Media One Up or Iconic Arcade or whatever, I would have a YouTube channel that was very robust. I would have someone in charge of it. I would have one cabinet dedicated to that channel, and I would just pump out video after video after video on my own channel, separated from every other opinion. You can have your customers giving reviews, and that's all great. You can have other YouTubers who have purchased this and they're giving their take. But to be able to control the message, the best way to do that is to have your product on your channel and you present it in your way, your light. That's what I would do with one. And then the second one, I would give to the YouTuber or the influencer with the highest subscriber count, the biggest reach, the biggest influence. So you start at the top and you work your way down until somebody says yes. So I would start at, Marquee or Mr. Beast or whoever, and work your way down.
Someone says yes. You are not getting anywhere near those people. Like,
no, I know. You're never gonna get there.
You get to a certain point. Like, again, the rumor I heard behind the scenes, and I don't know if this is true, but like they are sometimes asking for 7, 6 figures in order to review. Yeah, I know ETA Prime would probably be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know why we need to fixate so much. Like this home arcade community is so fucking weird when it comes to people getting review units. Like they will watch somebody do review units all the time and then be like, he's trustworthy, but then turn around, watch somebody else get a review unit and shit on them. Like when Quarter Arcades about a month ago sent review units out to everybody. Everybody in the community started losing their mind and been like, oh, it's disgusting. I can't watch these pathetic YouTubers sell themselves for this. And these are like smaller channels. I was like, oh, that's so cool that the Quarter Arcades did that. I am so sick of talking about review units and people in the community being so upset about review units. If you don't trust somebody because they get a product for free, just don't watch. You don't need to go on a million different shows, million different comment sections, and keep running your mouth about shit.
I don't give two shits about that. I don't care. If I'm Joe manufacturer and I have a product, all I care about is the most eyes on my product. So
yeah, but you're trying to present that logic to something John D's involved with. John D has never done the most logical thing.
I agree.
Outside of when it was Arcade 1-Up, and they used to always send them to Cool Toy and Retro Ralph, which obviously two really super smart choices. Biggest people in our space at the time. They were going to get the most eyes on it, most attention. Great choices, right? And they did that consistently for a while. And then they went off it. And John was always funny because John would be like, oh, that's David McIntosh. I have nothing to do with sending these out. And then after Retro Ralph stopped taking these review units and Cool Toy I don't know what happened there. But then he got right weird and he was like, I'm going to send it to Twisted Chris because one time I was in a comment section and Twisted Chris said, you'll never make Killer Instinct. And I'm going to send this cab to this person because I got a real one. Like his mind stopped being a business mind and started being like, I'm going to do this because of this reason. And I'm like, why?
Right, but that's why I ask you. I ask P-Dubs. I ask Console Kids. I ask people that tend to be fairly rational. And
Console Kids is a little John D favoritism.
I know. I like to throw him in the mix just to kind of shake things up. But I think that rational people looking at this rationally, and to be fair, we're detached from the emotional aspect of the business. Yeah. But if I had 2 cabs, and this is all that I have. Okay, so I've satisfied my pre-order holders. I've got some more stock that I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to push. Maybe I got 100 or 200 cabs in a warehouse. I want to get that out there. I would take one cabinet and I would put it on my personal channel, my corporate channel, whatever it is, Fox, Cades, whatever. And that would be on the channel.
I think you should call it the Foxhole. That's just mine. Come see my Foxhole.
No,
in my after show.
I will never show anyone my Foxhole. That's for because I'm married.
I said it earlier. I'm 100% certain. If you ask me if I was running the marketing side of things, if I'm running the marketing side of things, I'm going to give you the same answer I gave earlier. I would look at all the content creators that are making review videos. I would take a look at the ones that get the most impact, have the most cross appeal. And immediately I would go to Cool Toy because Cool Toy still with his videos, regardless of what he's covering, whether it be, now he's doing like Polycade and other companies reaching out to him. What's that one? Rec Room Masters still gets consistent views, consistent comments, interactions on his videos. So for me, I know you're thinking like, oh, it's going to have mega appeal and stuff like that. But I just don't think you're going to get it. So I would send it to Cool Toy. And then I would go back to Moat, somebody that was going to not just do one video, but do continued videos, making it an event. So I'm going to stick with what I originally said.
I think it's I think all your points are valid and fair. I think that I would want to have, if I was a corporation or if I was a company and this is my product, I would want to keep one for myself so I could control the messaging. One thing that I don't understand is this random ass dispensing of information to sort of random channels, and I'm in a comment section. I'm kind of doing a video every now and then, and it's on the Facebook and it's on X, and I don't understand that. For me, it's like keep one in-house, build your own YouTube channel around that, and from YouTube, from your corporate YouTube channel, you send those links out to Facebook and everywhere else. And anything that comes up, whether it's an update, whether it's a customer issue, whatever, you have your sample in-house, and you can pump out the videos and the content from, from your perspective, and then have one partner out there that has a fairly large following, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 subscriber count with a big viewership, which is the main thing. And partner and just have those two out there. And then obviously the customer reviews will come in as people buy your product. That's just kind of where I'm of that sort of mind, where you have your corporate side, I'm controlling the messaging, and then I have just an independent YouTuber out there giving their 2 cents, but we also collaborate, and he's the first one, or she, whatever, gets the update first. They get the new accessory first, so that we can get his or her perspective on what's going on.
We've been talking about this for 30 minutes now. 30 minutes now. Where did the review units go? I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't give a shit what he does with the review units. They're only trying to sell like less than 10% of the entire order left after pre-orders. I don't think it matters what they do with review units. I think, honestly, they've already got people. I think that Iconic and a lot of other companies are playing very smart with how they communicate and how they work with community right now. They've got a show lined up with somebody that they're very favorable with, Paul, and this is not shitting on Paul, but also somebody that's on like the 100% on the inside. You've got the guy that actually benefits from selling the cabs in Kevin lined up on this show that's going to be obviously very favorable to you and treat you very fairly. They're going to have cabs. It just makes sense for them to talk about it, right? And it's not shitting on them. That's the truth. And then you do something through Arcade PR, David McIntosh's show. Like, you just take really safe bets. And the people that are going to review your cab are the pre-order people. What I would be nervous about, especially with a very long and rocky pre-order status, is sending out review cabs that get out to people before people with pre-orders who have been waiting over a year now. So I don't even want to focus on review units right now. Just get the goddamn pre-orders out. They've got people that have paid for these that they can use to do reviews. It's all fine.
It's sort of a problem that fixes itself.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Justin, I just think he's a fun coworker. That's what he said a while back. That's why I like John. I think he's a fun coworker.
He's just a spunky guy. Look at this guy. He's so much fun. So
I like scheming with him and planning with him. That's why you like him, Justin.
He's just sort of in the back.
Ooh, what can we do now, Johnny boy?
So can I get your opinion on the Supreme, the Basic Fun Supreme? What do you think about that?
Well, we talked about it on Friday. I mean, for the amount that you're getting compared to the Ultra, for the difference in price, like, it's wild. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it is such a different cabinet, right?
Yes. No, I think it's a crazy deal. When I saw that price, I'm like, holy shit. I thought this was going to be $799 or more. When it was $50 more, I'm like, oh my God, how can I hate on this? It's kind of hard because you're getting so much more for that $50. I feel sorry for the Ultra people that bought the Ultra. It's so bad what they're missing out on. You're still going to be stuck with that ROM that's maybe it's incomplete.
But they got out ahead of it, which is smart because they put it right in the ad. They listen to the feedback. The other thing too is
very smart.
A lot of times we can be, if people follow us for news and stuff like that, we can set ridiculous expectations. Like, there was no reason to think that they were going to update the ROM between the Ultra and this. Like, you hope, but there was no reason to think. But then people started talking about it, and it became an expectation. So I saw when I put my video out announcing it, everybody was like, hey, well, it's the same roster. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, I didn't think they were going to change that. Yeah.
So I'm glad they got out ahead of it, and they put the roster is what it is there, so people can focus on that now. If you want it, it is what it is. So you don't have to be like, oh, well, I saw someone, Sane Spirits made an excellent comment. The reason why Justin's so nice to John has all the blackmail pictures on his phone. he has Justin in some pretty compromised positions.
Yes. Console Kids takes very good photos. He's very diligent with that. Absolutely.
So, Basic Fun commented on Super Game Room Dudes on Friday, and they sent me an email too, telling me, so I should have known better. It's listed, and it's listed as shipping, so some people may get it earlier, but it's not going to actually be in store or available for delivery. I don't know how that works till mid to late February, so don't expect it till then. But the shipping option is there for some people on some ads. I don't know.
I just, at this point, it just sucks. It just sucks because I want people to get their product. I want people to get their cabinet. I want it to do well. I want it just, you want to hold their feet to the fire, but at the same time, you just want it to be good because it benefits everybody. It benefits everybody that had a pre-order can say, see, I believed in the product and I got it at a cheap price. And now you have to come in later and pay more. Which is, I'm fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine. That's the penalty of kind of waiting for confirmation. I have no problem with that. And I think it's great. I think it's great if it turns out to be exactly what's promised. But if it's not, that's where my concern lies.
Just a couple questions in the comments I want to respond to. Jay Pace, Mike, any idea who is selling the Supreme in Canada? Yes. Here's who's selling the Supreme in Canada. Nobody. So what you have to do is you have to get in your car, drive across the border, go to a Sam's Club, buy it there. This is going to be a Sam's Club exclusive. Yeah. It's not going to be sold on Amazon. Someone else asked, it's not going to be on Amazon. There's no Amazon setup for it. It's just going to be sold at Sam's exclusively from what I know right now.
And do you embrace the hillbilly lifestyle?
Apparently I am a hillbilly, and MG is probably one of the best people at getting my blood running and getting my emotions up.
Get your goat.
Yes, I live in Newfoundland, and there's a lot of people here that have very thick accents and act a certain way. And I've grown up all my life priding myself on, I try
your non-regional diction.
Yes, try my best to not fall into that category. Like what we have here is we have what's called townies and then baymen, and most of the baymen are the people that speak the really hard dialect. They have their own dialect, basically. So when MG calls me a hillbilly, it really gets my goat. Like, it really bothers me.
Really gets you going.
Yeah.
Tell me about your mother.
My mother actually is from around the bay. So that's the other thing. Yeah,
well, so I grew up in Texas. I live in Kentucky, close to Appalachia. So I know exactly what hillbilly means. I see these people all the time. And I think you should treat that as an absolute insult to your character, to your core. And if you see MG, you should lash out at him physically.
Yeah, I've said it a couple times. MG could be nicer, and I think he should work on that.
So I've had you for an hour, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Final thoughts. Super Bowl, good. Home arcade, uncertain. Is that fair?
I don't think it's uncertain. I think that we're moving into a pretty positive space right now. You've got Basic Fun, who I do want to say this. Like, I really appreciate the path that Basic Fun is taking and what they're doing. I mean, they sent out that review Star Wars unit to me. I was really hard on it, and deservedly so, because obviously there were mistakes made with the monitor. The emulation doesn't live up to what it should be. And, some things I can totally understand, like the yoke is a little low. So I was obviously hard on it. Now, some companies would turn around and be like, what a dick, we sent them this review unit. Some companies only want positive reinforcement. And I've been around long enough, worked with enough of these companies to know which companies want that. And it's a really nice surprise for a big company starting out like Arcade One Up, Basic Fun, to be on the good side of things. Like there's certain companies, like Quarter Arcades, New Wave Toys.
Yeah.
You can tell them, guys, this isn't good. And they're like, thank you. We appreciate you finding that out. Even if it doesn't help us, we're going to strive to do better. Basic Fun seems to be on that path, while you've got other companies that have the thinnest skin in the world and are not asking you to review their product. They're trying to entice you to do an ad for them. And it doesn't seem like Basic Fun is that company. So I'll give them a lot of credit. They're taking, they're taking some of the negative feedback. Like they know they're not going to make everybody happy. They're like, this isn't a real arcade. Well, obviously we can't fix that. But if you tell them this needs better screens, this should have a coin door, this should have speaker grills, this should be higher, the artwork will be better like that. They're taking that to heart and really working on it. So I'll give them a lot of credit. They're doing a really good job. They seem to have the right path forward. So I like that. I hope Iconic can get off the ground, and I just hope. And it looks like, from the conversation I had tonight, it looks like it's happening. These are going to get on the boat before Chinese New Year. They're making it over. The production is done. Everything's done. So we can stop talking about all the shit and we can just sit back. We can watch the reviews. Hopefully I can still order one. And then we can check it out for ourselves and let the product speak for itself. So that's a good thing. Then, I got this friend that's really close with Unico, a little awkwardly so, though. So anyways, I think they're doing some cool stuff like the Raiden Nova Blast. That doesn't really interest me. But, I've heard other things they're doing. They might become a better, bigger player. All kinds of stuff that can happen here. So I think we're moving in a much more positive direction than we have been in a long time.
I agree about 98%. I'll give you 98%. I'll give you 90%. No, I think you're right. I think it's at the end of the day, there is a lot of reasons to be hopeful. I mean, Basic Fun seems to be Basic Fun / Arcade One Up official. It's kind of weird. They seem to be there's this renewed interest in communicating with the actual community, the customer base. Having them in the live stream of your show and my show is just incredible. It's awesome. It's great to see that level of interaction. Building the excitement, the anticipation for Toy Fair and what have you moving forward is always good. I tend to be optimistic. I know that there's some stuff out there that's going to be probably disappointing in some ways, but overall, if Iconic can deliver, if Basic Fun can come out with a new title beyond WrestleFest, and if Unico can get their shit together and actually make something that's affordable, we could actually have a really good 2026.
And I'll actually go further than that too, because we're talking specifically about recreation arcades, because that's, probably our favorite thing, but there's other things to be excited about too. Glenn's GRS Build-A-Cade FU, amazing machine that's coming out for like multi-cade fans. Glenn would argue that Glenn gets this way and he's like, oh, it's going to kill Arcade One Up. It's not. It's not going to have any effect on it at all. But like people are going to get this awesome multi-cade that they can do a bunch of cool stuff with. So that's good. At Games are saying they've got new products and new software coming up that they're going to show off during National Owners Day this upcoming weekend. So that's positive. And then like Polycade, for example, like I have no interest in that thing at all. My experience with it when I was at Pinball Expo. I hated the thing. I thought it was stupid, but that doesn't mean it's a bad product. And a lot of former iArcade fans have found a new home with that. What they liked about the iArcade, they're now liking about this. You can play all your games on it, right? Whether it's a computer game that'd be a great arcade game or just arcade games, you can do it. You can do a lot of the same stuff that you could do with Glenn's cabinet, put different control panels on it. So it might not be for me, but it is another option out there that, Polycade was always more expensive. They found a less expensive version of it that people can, go to that miss that iArcade feeling they used to have. So I think we're in a good space. I think we're trending in the right direction is what I would say all across the whole home arcade sphere.
And we still have Evercade out there with their countercade projects, sort of the products coming out.
They might not stop at countercades.
I hope that they don't. I hope that they continue to push forward. My Arcade is still coming out with cool stuff. We'll see what that turns out to be. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence as far as what they're going to produce. The Game Station Go is a hit in Atari form, but
Can I ask you a question? Why did you give away your Atari Game Station Go and then buy another one?
because this one had a case.
Oh, okay.
I bought the bundle. I bought the bundle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah.
and excuse me for thinking this, Fox, but like again, going back to people complaining about review units and stuff like that, I thought you gave it away to make a point, right?
No. I gave it away because I thought that it was, I mean, most of these small devices that I get sent to me for review, I give away. But I gave it away and Moat won it, and he's going to give it away at another raffle.
Oh,
but
I didn't even know that. Congratulations,
Moat
Moat.
won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moat won it, but and he's going to give it away in a raffle in I think the 1st of March. But honestly, to be fair, like I kind of missed it. I was like, yeah, that thing was kind of cool. And then I found, you know, if you go to BJ's, you get the kit and it has the case and everything else.
I mean,
and I was like,
I really liked it. You liked it more than me, so I was confused why you gave it away.
Well, because I part of me kind of feels guilty about getting a review unit and just keeping it for myself. I mean, I don't know. I maybe I should have kept it. I don't know, but
like
I feel like it's kind of the right thing to do.
I got one for you. That's and people can say whatever they want about me, greedy, blah 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 blah. I think honestly, when I get products from review for companies, I have a harder time letting them go than something I bought myself because I find it hard to justify, you know, giving something away that somebody gave to me and trusted me with.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. They gave it to you for review. They gave it to you for a purpose. So I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense. And maybe I should consider that. But to me, it's like I get it. I review it, and if I feel like that I'm kind of done with it, I want to give it back to the community. I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe over time that will kind of fade for me.
And there's a comment here from P-Dub's Arcade Loft, and I love Patrick. He's so nice, but you know, there's probably nobody in the community that's given away as much stuff as Patrick. And by giving away, I mean tried to buy people's favoritism by giving away product and other things like that. Yeah.
I think the way you phrased it is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there's nobody more pathetic and more of a narcessist than Patrick that he has to constantly try to buy people's affection because he can't earn it from his talents alone.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. Money, I heard, will solve all your problems.
It's not a problem if money can fix it.
If money can fix it. So real quick, I think I missed a few super chats. Let's go down to Bush and Ryan at $5 super chat. Basic Fun just need to do 3 things. Okay, proper monitor, only light up marquees, Robotron. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yes, you did say that out loud. And Mike is in full agreement. Robotron for the win.
Yeah, so the light up
wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
I'm sorry, I stepped on you.
No. The light up marquees, I mean, like, you know, everybody was worried. Do they have light up marquees? All their bigger cabs do. The only ones that don't are the countercades. And to be fair, not all arcade one-up countercades, even some of the later ones, had light up marquees either. So I agree. I would love to see them have them. But you got to look at the other side of things. And I'm not trying to glaze Basic Fun here, but I will tell the truth. I might be glazing. I might be glazing.
Oh my God,
a little bit.
He's glazing.
But you also got to remember there's third-party companies out there that make this stuff that rely on these companies not doing that so they can make money. So let's not take money out of Angel Otera's hands, okay, guys?
Let's hope that these companies will continue to drop the ball so others can pick up that ball.
But all kidding aside, you look at it like we are in a world like we talked about all these companies. Didn't even mention G.I. Joel tonight. And G.I. Joel is now making Nintendo cabs. If no one else does, he's going to make us a Robotron cab. He's taken ideas for other cabs. And he mainly got started with making risers. Like little risers for countercades. Inline risers for arcade one-up cabs to turn them into deluxe cabs. So there is something very valuable about having somebody on the outside making these third-party products that can turn into something else. I mean, even Glenn, I don't know how long I only knew Glenn since I started, you know, following Home Arcade, but like Glenn's stuff it started as, replacement parts to improve the arcade experience. And now he's doing the same thing. He's making his own cab. So there's lots of cool opportunities that these companies, just from their involvement and stuff, make possible. Like maybe, G.I. Joel and Glenn would survive without Arcade One All, Basic Fun,
yeah.
whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
But they would make a lot less money without them,
Fair point. Yes, exactly. Because it's a bigger leap to maybe have somebody spend $100 on a riser or $800 on a full-blown cabinet. That's a fair point. Stringer Films, another $2 super chat. How long before we hear the old Somali pirates excuse?
There is nobody in this community that is so concerned about whether or not these cabs are waterproof than Stringer Films.
And I think that in itself is completely invaluable. Mike, I want to thank you so much for coming on, buddy. Kind of a last-minute live stream idea I had, and any final thoughts on what we've discussed tonight so far?
Man, I hope the Packers are better next year, but I am concerned they're never going to be super championship quality with Jordan Love. I love Jordan Love. I think he's amazing, but I just don't think I don't think he's ever going to get to that point where, and you know who else I think is never going to get to that point? Dak. But Dak was really good this year. I can't deny he was.
In a year where your team didn't make the playoffs, I don't give a shit about your personal accolades. I don't care that you have the highest passer rating in Cowboys history. It makes absolutely no difference to me if you didn't even make it to the playoffs. You didn't, not even a wild card game. So while it's great for him personally, it makes no difference to an actual Cowboys fan.
You live and die off your quarterback in football, but at the same time, if you don't have a team around you, I mean, there's only so much you can do.
If you don't balance your roster, you have nothing. And what we learned from tonight watching the Super Bowl, if you don't have a good defense, you might as well give up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh my God, that Seattle defense is crazy. Like crazy.
They're insane.
If the Patriots could have worn them down like they did in the fourth quarter a little bit earlier, we might have had a different game. But man, that poor kid, he was just run over.
It got to a point where it's kind of boring. I wish that they could have hung on and maybe scored a couple touchdowns there at the end. Maybe in that third quarter, pick up a couple of touchdowns, and we would have had a competitive game and a back and forth. But it really just was a total domination of the defense that won that game for Seattle. Really.
Someone says just draft, baby, just draft. It's not that simple. You're never going to build a championship team just from drafting. Like you're going to build your core from drafting, especially in football, but like you still got to make moves every year. You're going to lose people and you got to bring new people in. You've got to find tool people that are going to fit certain things. Like Seattle, how good would they have been if they didn't have Cooper Kupp, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's not a draft pick, right? I mean, well, look at Tom Brady drafted. I forget where he was in the draft at the very end, and then turned out to be the greatest quarterback of all time. So you can't. Drafts are good. They're good strategically. I think they're good. The picks themselves are sometimes more valuable than the players themselves because you can use those to get players that have been in the league for a year or two that have proven themselves. Yeah. And that tends to be more advantageous to taking some kid out of college that was great in college, but maybe he just shits the bed when he gets to the NFL.
And Retro Ron, I agree with you. You build your base from it. And like, especially some people even draft to fill gaps in their lineup from people that are being, taken out because of free agency and retirement. But like you look at Seattle, and Seattle built a lot of their team from the draft, but like Cooper Kupp, and it's impossible not to say Sam Darnold. I mean, would Seattle be in the Super Bowl this year if Geno Smith was still their quarterback? I don't think so.
I'm going to go with a no on that one.
Yeah, getting a good young quarterback is usually the way to do it, except when you get a good young quarterback in the Jets and then he like absolutely bottoms out on 3 other teams, has an amazing season in Minnesota, and then they refuse to pay him. So then he goes to Seattle and wins it all.
if you have a team full of like 70s, like the 70 percentile
Yeah.
versus like, okay, this guy's a 95, but then you got a couple 50s, but then you got another 60 over here. It's if you can stack your team overall with a bunch of above average, slightly above average players, I think you'll be in better shape than trying to get like 5 like super high draft pick offensive guys that, they potentially they could score a bunch of points, but if the rest of the team isn't there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and there's nobody no perfect way to build your team in the NFL. Like I look back on, I mean, like the LA Rams, St. Louis Rams, first year they won the Super Bowl. I mean, like who would have saw this guy coming out of the UFL and stocking groceries to be like what he was and win the Super Bowl that year. Then he made it back with Arizona years later. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, but you know what I'm talking about, the older fella.
Kurt Warner,
yeah. Kurt
yeah.
Warner. I mean, that came out of nowhere. That wasn't draft. And then you got teams like New Orleans, one with Drew Brees after Drew Brees had many years with San Diego. And, you thought that was going to be the end of his career. Like he went nuts in New Orleans and had a Hall of Fame career in the second half of his career.
Look at Phillip Rivers coming in for Indianapolis for 3 games this year. The dude was like 43, hasn't played in years, and it was just incredible.
Well, even before he got hurt and before everything went down, like Daniel Jones with Indianapolis this year, I was rooting for him, man, because he got thrown out of New York when the problem wasn't Daniel Jones, it was New York.
How many times have we seen that where it's not the player that gets dragged or kicked to the curb? It's other issues. But I am more concerned about the homeless in Chicago and you're not feeding them.
This is not true. We did.
This is 100% true. We have verifiable proof. Ask me, ask B, ask Justin. We were all there, and it was very sad.
What are you saying? I didn't give him any of my White Castle.
He begged for your food, and you said, "Get away from me, you homeless person." That's exactly your
fake
words.
Fake news. How come you never smile, Fox? You never smile.
Oh my God, it absolutely happened for sure. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us for the post Super Bowl review / home arcade. But before we go, we got to talk about the poll question. It was the most serious of poll questions that I've ever had on the show. The question was, did you team win? I misspelled your options were yes, no, what is football, and Iconic XXL will ship in Q1 right. It's going in the poll right now. No surprise, really by anyone at all. 30%. The winner is Iconic XXL will ship in Q1, right? That was the winner.
I'm telling you right now, I got a message tonight, not from John D, from somebody else, that gave me full indication that, this is happening.
I think that, you know what? It doesn't matter what I think. And Michael, it doesn't matter what you think.
So one thing before we go, I know you want to wrap it up, but I have
we're not wrapping it up.
I have to remind you, MG, one time, ate 18 sausages in a single sitting.
Sausages.
12 of which were hot when he ate them. 6 of which were cold. They'd been sitting around for a while. Then he ate 6 cold sausages and could not believe the diarrhea he had afterwards. I don't understand.
When you say hot, are you talking about body temperature or like cooked?
Cooked. They were cooked.
Okay.
But then he ate 6 cold sausages, which he believed he liked the mouthfeel of the cold sausages. And then he didn't understand how they ruined his stomach.
Well, and listen, we have to get another perspective on the sausages in the mouth of the MG and the home arcade climate and the NFL at large. And it's going to be better disseminated from a position that's not the Michael B. and it's not the 19K Fox. It's the Patrick.
All right.
The Bears.
Mike, I want you to know you said some very hurtful things tonight.
Oh, my God.
But we're true.
Oh, my God.
Mike, I paid you a lot of money to be nice to me. And the fact that you would insinuate that I would purchase someone's loyalty is ridiculous.
You son of a bitch. How dare
There's only two things in this world I don't like. And the Dutch.
And the Dutch.
And the Dutch.
People that are intolerant of other people's cultures.
And the
And
Dutch.
the Dutch. And, let's be honest, MG was pissing out his ass for like 3 days after eating
And
all those sausages.
and
Here's the funniest part about it. He had to send a stool sample in a box for his colonoscopy, and it was all yellow liquid.
That's disgusting. That's so disgusting.
But it's true. It happened.
Oh.
This
So
happened.
we
It
were
actually happened.
talking about it. How many boxes of shit do you think are going through the mail any given day? With people
Yeah, we
sending
were
in
talking about that when we
stool
were playing
samples?
golf because
Oh,
we're all at that age where
More than you think. Yeah.
it's colonoscopy time.
Yeah.
Like a
Well,
lot
no,
of-
you're getting an early colonoscopy.
Yeah.
You were like, I want it early.
I want.
Hey man, I'm gonna be 40. I'm gonna be 45, bro. It's time. It's time. But like we're all in our mid 40s, right? So we're all getting at that time for colonoscopy, right? And we were talking about it while we were playing mini golf, and I was telling the guys, you could do the procedure or you could like mail it in. I was like, I'm just gonna do the procedure because I've heard the procedure is more accurate than the mail in. And,
He insisted
and I was like,
on the procedure.
and then
lube.
and then a couple of the guys,
Check me out, Doc.
a couple of the guys like MG who've gone through it before are like, yeah, I did the mail in, I sent the box, and then Mike and I were talking, we're like, literally, how many boxes of shit do you think UPS, FedEx,
Question.
Postal Service are transporting across the country? Think about it, guys. Every single day, there are thousands of boxes of shit traveling across the country.
That's why
It's
UPS
hilarious.
wears the
And I'm
brown.
not
It's the
talking
brown.
Arcade 1-Up products. I'm talking literal shit.
I know several people I would love to send a box of shit to.
Oh my God.
I can name 12 people right now.
Like, how many boxes of shit are flying around the country? Oh, it's hilarious.
And how many times do they say, I'm not picking that up? No, you get that one.
So
I'm not
here's
doing
what actually happened. Patrick went to his doctor and he was like, well, I'm getting a little older now. I think it's time I got that colonoscopy. And the doctor's like, it's actually another 5 years before you're scheduled. I just want to be safe. I want to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, where it's early, you can put it in a box. No. I
Let's
want
cut
the
to the
whole
chase.
experience. I want the
Yeah.
slow jazz. I want the Astroglide.
Yeah.
I want it all.
Not one finger. I want
really-
three. Let's
I'm
make
really
sure we check
hoping that-
everything out.
The doctor takes me out to dinner first and, says sweet things to me.
A
It
nice
should
steak
be
dinner.
should be glorious. It should be glorious.
That's-
And P-Dubs is going to be lying on the table and he's going to be like, don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt.
Oh, shut up.
The doctor's going to be like, don't get hurt, Patrick. And the doctor's going to be like, my name's Steve. And he'll be like, I know, my name's Patrick.
Just be gentle. Just be gentle. That's all I ask.
No, what you got to say, I told Patrick this last night, right before the doctor does it, you got to say, be gentle. It's my first time.
It's my first time.
Be gentle.
It's my first time.
Look, see Stringer, he's 46. My
Exactly.
doctor told me 45 you should go. You shouldn't wait
Well,
until 50.
I asked my doctor a couple of years ago, and he was like, you're not going to do that till you're 50. I guess it's different depending on which.
Well, you're in
health
Canada. They
region
don't
you're
care
in and
about your
stuff.
life there.
According to Google
Oh.
Chrome,
Yeah.
Men in
more
Canada
yeah.
have more
they don't-
prostate cancer than American men.
Yeah.
Probably because you all wait too long to get tested.
19K Fox, that's the funniest comment I've ever heard. The country that has free medical care doesn't care about our lives or
Right.
health.
Right. Yeah.
That's how.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Well, if I did mail it in, would it be awkward if I included a P-Dubs Arcade Loft sticker in the mail?
You get extra credit for that one.
You know what I got? I got a couple extra Kongs R Us stickers. I'm gonna do mine and send it a Kongs R Us sticker with it.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Take my shit to the next level, Doc.
Oh, it'd be too funny. Oh, all right. Enough
you
butt
also
talk.
lead the
Enough
you
butt
also lead the
talk.
globe in euthanasia, so that's another thing to consider
Ah.
there, Mike.
I don't know about euthanasia. Are you talking about abortions?
No, euthanasia. Just let's just kill them. It's easier.
Oh, we do have medical assistance in dying. Is that what you're talking
Yes.
about?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, I fucking hate medical assistance in dying, especially for my line of work, because the wait period is not long enough. So it really, no. Listen to me. You
No,
gotta
I
listen to
agree.
this.
I agree with you. I'm
No,
agreeing
no,
with
no.
you.
But what
we should
what
give
happens?
that. You should give you some time to think about that. Yeah.
No. But after a spinal cord injury, you can opt to have medical assistance in dying like right away, and there's so long before you know like the level of mobility you're going to get back, what your quality of life is going to be. So
Pat's
I
just
miss
like,
all you
why the hell
guys
did I
too.
come to YouTube for this? Oh
I
my
miss
God.
I miss all of YouTube. Huge thank you to the warm welcome in the live chat. I got good news for you guys. I actually have a couple YouTube videos I'm going to publish this week.
What?
So yeah.
Oh my
He's
God,
back.
this guy.
I'm not
He's coming
back. I'm not back. I'm just
He's back.
bored. I'm just bored. So I figured why not?
Kind of back.
I'm not back. I'm just bored.
I'm
He's
not back.
45% back.
I'm
So-
bored.
so
and I
what-
have a couple of YouTube videos on products.
And
coming
by
out
YouTube,
this
by
week.
YouTube videos, he means the company sent him stuff, and he's like, "Well, I got to do the videos."
Well, I mean that's how you get. That's how you earn it. So
Obligation. I hear you.
yeah, yeah.
Are you
And,
back though? Because I got news on someone else who's been gone for a while that might be back soon too.
Oh really? Who?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think you know.
Oh him.
Mm-hmm.
Did the
Yeah,
boat
him.
finally land? The boat's at port.
Oh, we know.
the gay cruise is over.
They had to send him home. They ran out of penicillin.
Something tells me Super Game Room Dudes is going to be cocked, locked, and ready to rock this week.
There we go.
That's all I got to say. And we'll even have 19K Fox on as well because he's been a great fill-in host the last 6 weeks. So we appreciate that.
I appreciate the mention.
Yep.
The question I've got now before we leave is who's going to be the first to do an unboxing video from their colonoscopy?
Let's see what the results are, kids.
Oh my God. I just got an idea. I'm going to email somebody and tell them I'm sending them a free product, but under the condition they do a live unboxing.
They send it back to you once you get
And
the
it's-
results. Here you go.
It's my
It's your shit, not
colonoscopy
mine.
box.
Yeah. and send him a note. Send him a note and say like, sorry about this. I didn't have any packing kernels, peanuts, so I had to put it in kinetic sand, brown kinetic sand.
Oh, there'll
Oh
be
my
peanuts
God.
in there. There'll be peanuts. We'll eat a lot of peanut butter.
Little
Oh,
bit of
that's
corn.
gross. Let's end the show. Let's end the show. That was
on that
nasty.
note, guys, enough about the chunky peanut butter. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by and checking out the channel. P-Dubs, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Michael, thank you so much for accompanying me on this journey of debauchery. Guys, I'll see all of you right here next time. Peace.
What about our outros? You act like this is all about you.
It is about me.